Auction is live.
We are live.
Let's do it live.
Dude, we are in. Bowen, good to see you, good sir.
How are you? How are you, Nick?
I'm feeling good. You are looking super, super snazzy. And I guess as people join us today, why don't you tell me why you're looking so snazzy?
I am looking snazzy because I look good in a suit and a shirt. And because I want to win stuff for someone else at this awesome night of pinball and fundraising. It's, I don't know if anybody's even watching, but that's all right.
Hey, they'll join us anytime now. Let me see. I'm gonna look on Twitter here and look for aha live.
We've got.
I'm gonna retweet that one.
We got people. Hello, handsome gentlemen. Hello, hey. Dan Crops.
First one on the chat. That gets an extra special shout out there. Dan, thanks for joining us in this very special auction. And as more people join us, I'll be filling in everybody on what the rules are, what we're doing here. But make sure you tell your friends. Anybody here watching now that is into pinball, obviously, if you're into pinball, you're watching this thing. Tell your friends. Tell them to come on and join us. This will be fun.
Totally.
Do the same on Twitter right now.
And we're raising money in this whole thing. This is the second Pinball Prom that is going to be putting on, and it all benefits the society. So anybody coming to it, anybody choosing to bid in the auction here, all that money will go to the Best Friends Animal Society, and a lot of Portland area pinball folk and just generic business folk are donating prizes. So there'll be lots of swag for people to win, all in split flipper events.
Yeah, so this sounds really fun. Were you at the first one, by the way?
PDX is here, and they're in the chat. And basically, without Bell's Pinball PDX, there's no way this would happen. But they are making up their own narrative. So I'll pop my shirt a little more again, just to rep it, as they say in the biz of repping, I guess.
Well, I'll do my wave. They said thanks. So if I wave, maybe they'll know I'm waving to them. This is awesome. Bells of Chimes. Thank you for putting this on. This sounds like a great event. I would be bidding, if I can make this event, I would be bidding and trying to outbid everybody to get Bowen as my partner. And so that's how this is going to work. If you need a date, and might I say a very spiffy looking date today, to this event at the Pinball Prom, you are here to bid to get Bowen Currens. Look, you got look at those trophies behind him. You know what that means? He's a good pinball player. And let me tell you, I've seen him.
I just got these delivered. They're not actual trophies. If you look very carefully at them, you'll see they just say like participation award. They don't even have my name on them, most of them.
Yeah, you know, I've seen that that giant Attack from Mars trophy just at Target all the time. That's real popular, you know. No, these are real. These are real. I've checked them.
Did you hear about the anime?
No. Where's that?
So there's a Japanese anime now called Gamers. And it's these people who compete in games, mostly online video games. And they have this headquarters. And the headquarters shows like all of these trophies that they've won in their various gaming exploits.
Love it.
And one of them is that.
Come on, they drew it?
That trophy is in their anime.
That
almost as is, like with the plaque and everything. And someone sent like a screenshot or a video of the thing. What? No.
That is well,
they must have just looked up like big trophy or something, and we have really good SEO at Papa, I suppose.
Yeah, no kid. Well, no, maybe they're fans. You know, that's a good looking trophy. It's one of the best ones I've seen. So let me fill everybody in as everybody comes and joins us. Thanks for coming on and joining the auction. Thanks for watching live. Make sure if you're watching this to tell your friends. They might outbid you, but it's all for a good cause. So this is where you're gonna bid to have Bowen Kearns be your split flipper partner at the upcoming Pinball Prom. They have a page on Facebook. I'll make sure everybody knows about, but it's Bowen will be your partner. He's going to come in and be your left hand, right hand. It's up to you. And it's going to be a split flipper tournament. And this is their second year. And here's how we're going to do this on YouTube in just a few minutes. If you would like it on getting Bowen as your partner, I want you to put a $sign. I want you to put a number after it. The more zeros, the better. And the highest one at the end of 10, 15, 20 minutes here. It won't take too long. It won't take up too much of your time, but I do want to make sure everybody has a chance because the hottest thing's going today. Your numbers in. Oh, Bowen's already got it. See, now this is good. Now I should do it too. I should show you how it's done here. $5. Boom.
Oh crap.
Yeah. No, the bid's moving up already. So and plus a plane ticket, I got to get over there, but that's okay. I'll figure that side out. But that's how you do it, folks. Put the $sign in.
Not included plane ticket.
Yeah, no, it's not included. This is to give Bowen as your partner. And of course, all the money goes to charity. It goes to the Best Friends Animal Society. And they're doing some great work. They're actually helping out down with the hurricane pets as well. So make sure you check them out. And all the money goes straight there. No money hits anyone else's hands. It all goes directly to
that is whether I will go full Monty in this process. And I've got this gun in the top half, and I cannot reveal my bottom half at the time for because this is a G-rated audience.
Yeah, is there a number though? I mean, can we hit a certain number? Everything's got a price, Bowen.
Was there a hippo involved? Do I get to date Robert Redford as part of this?
It'll be fun, man. It sounds like a great event. And it's coming up. When's the date for this, Bowen? They fill us in with some of the event details.
Pinball Prom is next Friday. That's October 13th. So a lovely Friday the 13th date. And I don't think anything goes wrong when people go on dates on Friday the 13th, if I recall.
No, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything bad in a movie. Friday the 13th. It's all good, especially when people get really dressed up. It all works out well for them.
Dressed up and perhaps drinking on Friday the 13th. It always works out well.
Especially proms. All right, listen, we already have somebody that's joining us. Enzo Matrix, thank you so much. Don't put the question mark at the end like you're not bidding. You are starting this off.
I might be willing to go as high as $6.50 here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's very cool. First time in 40 years that Halloween's on a Friday the 13th. I don't think that's how it works out, but for this one,
maybe not how Halloween works, but we'll allow it.
No, but thank you for the bid, and that's exactly how you do it. And yeah, you know what? This let me make sure everyone's here. We got if you're watching right now and you have pinball friends, all this goes to charity. All this goes to help. And make sure you let everybody know that we're doing this, that we're hanging out here on YouTube. You know what? Listen, it's not every day I get to talk to Bowen. And I have a question. I just have a real quick pinball question. One of the first things that I learned that helped me in my game to be a better player was the dead flip. That's why the name is what it is, right? You let the ball come down.
You guys talk about dead flip all the time for some reason.
Yeah, it's a thing, and that was like the absolute best move because it required almost no skill other than self-control, and you just let the ball bounce over. What's the next move? Like, what somebody figures that one out, what's the next second move that will really up your game? You know what I mean?
So the first piece of advice is actually for people who have no self-control on dead flipping, which is to take your hand off the game. Myself, because I don't trust myself not to go, shit, flail. If I'm doing a dead flip, I will take my hand away from the flipper so that I cannot push the button even if I wanted to, unless I don't trust the dead flip completely, like if I think it might plop. The second skill, besides all of the aiming that you have to do, probably the drop catch. Drop catch is like a bunt in baseball, where you pull the flipper out in front of you, and then when the ball comes, you basically pull it back. There's some time. The timing is hard because there is timing. A dead flip doesn't need any timing, but the timing is still loose enough that once you figure out what you're doing, you'll get the hang of it. And a dead drop catch should happen whenever the ball is coming towards your flipper, almost perpendicular to where the resting flipper is, because then when you drop catch, canceling out the vertical momentum, but the horizontal momentum will continue to carry the ball where you can bring it to a trap. It works. Drop catches work even when the ball is just going straight down, but you then have to immediately some other control move. So in those cases, that's when the dead flip is more advisable, because it's going to go straight down, bonk, over, catch.
And then up to a catch. All right, I'm going to be practicing that one. I'm always working on the live. I do the live catch okay, but the drop, I'm always sketchy on that one. For those of you coming in asking what this is, we're doing a charity auction with Bowen. And I'm gonna be auctioning off Bowen here in just a few minutes. We're gonna get started.
$7.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. We are up to.
If I win the bidding, then I get to pick whoever I want to go with.
I like this. I like this. If you win the bid, yeah, I like that. If you win the bid, I'll double the bid. How's that? Okay. So now, I mean, I don't want to fight against herself here. I'm going to let you decide. But if you win the bid, I'll double the bid, and then Bowen gets to pick his own partner. And you don't want, you don't want Bowen to pick his own partner, because you know what? Then who's going to win? Who's going to win that one? Of course, Bowen is part. You need help. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm saying
split flipper teams there.
I'm saying you might need some split flipper help. You know what I mean? And so who else would be better to have stand next to you, not only to help hit a button, right? Because you need some help hitting buttons. You need help with the rules. What are we going to go for? Where's the jackpot? What's the skill shot on this game? I know if I had Bowen next to me during the tournament that I would play much better. So this is what we're bidding for, folks. Bowen is your partner.
I'm just going to shout, flip, 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 flip.
Flip. Now, will you be disappointed, Bowen? What's the level of disappointment here if your partner is not up to your standards here? Are you encouraging? Are you going to be a little bit peeved? Like what's your tough love kind of situation here?
I believe this tournament is in a bar, so that the tough love situation will be that asking for drinks instead of flips. And then we start playing better, right? Or is that how it works? Right.
That's how it always works for me. I mean, at least I think I play better. Dan, thank you. Neil, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. The money, yeah, thank you for the question, Neil. The money goes to benefit the Best Friends Animal Society, and 100% of this donation will go to that. And so please bid with confidence. This is none of it's going anywhere else. It's going 100% to charity. And whoever has the highest bid at the end of this YouTube live show is going to get it. It's going to get Bowen as the partner. And now let me tell you now, if you're sitting out there like, I want to donate, I want to help, but I'm not near this event, right? It's in is it in Portland? Is that right?
It is in Portland. I believe it's at C-Bar in Portland, which is a fantastic pinball spot. They've got new stuff, old stuff. I think they just replaced their 8-ball deluxe with a 9-ball deluxe.
Well, you know what number is next?
I think it's what?
They haven't made that one yet. That's the special edition 10-ball.
Is next, I think, in hexadecimal technically.
Oh man. Oh, look at this. Neil has the highest bid, and this is exactly what I was going to say. If anybody of you out there are not in the Portland area,
$25 bid.
Yeah, not going to be able to make it. You can bid just like Neil did. Neil, you are the best. This is a $25 bid. I'm going to lock you in. I'm going to hit the button. You don't see it, but this is really nice glowy button right here. I'm going to lock you in at the $25 level, which we appreciate. And here's what we're going to do. We're gonna make sure that Neil, you get something nice. If it's not Bowen as your partner, we'll make sure something's good here. If nothing else, it'll be a nice photo of Bowen holding his trophy, maybe.
I will just play with one. I will play with only the one hand. No date.
And then blame you, Neil, when he loses.
Ball goes to the left side. I'll go like, Neil, where the hell were you?
Neil, thank you so much. If anybody wants to beat Neil, this is where it happens. And Neil, you're the plunger side too. I'm gonna hold you to that one.
Gets the plunger. That's not going to be very good. It'll be a short night for me, or a very long night actually.
Jeff, thank you so much.
Rivera of the Pinball Podcast is here to tell us all about nifty LEDs. He's also going to take the highest bid.
Dude,
now that
Jeff,
that bid of 30 factorial, millions and millions of dollars.
Are you doing? All right, we're gonna hold you to that one. That's the 30 with the exclamation. Yeah, I don't think my calculator has that one. I got to go back to Best Buy. Jeff, thank you so much for the bid. That's very nice of you.
Factorial is 2.6 times 10 to the 32nd dollars. So we'll have you pay that in installments of $30.
Oh, so that's what that means. 30 times 29. Okay, yeah, I like this one. That's a very generous bid, Jeff. Jeff, 30 is also generous. I appreciate that. And Neil, that means listen, thank you for your bid, but 25 it doesn't quite cut it anymore. So Jeff, thank you for stepping it up to $30. Listen, now $5 is great, but when it goes to charity, let's go 10. Let's go 10. Can we do it? Is there a 40? Is there a 40 out there? I'm trying to think of a 40. Holy moly, Neil jumps over 40 and goes to $50.
Oh.
Neil, thank you so much. That's amazing. This is at $50. What would we do here? Maybe I have $50 here. I'm gonna write this down. 50. Can you beat it? Now this is a little graphic. This is kind of a technical thing.
That looks Price is Right worthy right there.
Yeah, no, this is I'll throw this in with the bid. The winner will get my expert art here. $50. This is the current highest bid. And Neil, that's Neil McRae. Thank you so much for the bid. And this all goes to charity if you're just joining us. And the winner, if you are in town for the Pinball Prom this year, you will get Bowen Kearns as your pinball partner. This is a split flipper tournament, and who else would you like to have? I know I would like to play some pinball with Bowen, and you can for just $60. For just $60.
The people I work with are watching. I work for we're all on Slack most of the day because and they're like, "Hey, Bowen's being sold."
Let me tell you that if this is news to your coworkers, man, this is a fun way to find out. Bowen is the man, and we are selling him for more than this. Trust me, it will be higher than this, friends from work. Thank you.
What is the full Monty number here?
Yeah, you know what? That's a number you're going to have to figure out for yourself. Because it's also there might be jail time with that. There's other things to consider with the naked pinball. You know what I mean?
Other considerations. And just to point out that this is a prom date, but prom dates do not always end the way that you might think. I know that my own prom date was mighty fine, but it did not end in that way, and it will not end that way for you either.
So I look.
Sorry, Nick.
No, I look back on it and I remember now. It's all coming back to me. My prom song was "My Heart Will Go On," and so at $60, I know for a fact that Bowen and I will do a harmonized version of "My Heart Will Go On," which is the theme song to Titanic. For those of you who are a little younger. And so that all we're asking is for $60, and I know that we could hit the harmonies because we've been practicing. That's something I didn't tell you guys. We've been practicing the harmonies for late '90s theme songs.
Wow!
But go ahead, Bowen.
Or are we doing like full Baby Got Back, Humpty Dance kind of stuff too, or are we?
Now you're talking my language. Now Now you're talking my language. Those are my karaoke go-tos, I tell you. This is the current.
I cannot sing at all, so my karaoke go-to is anything that I can just shout instead of having to sing.
You know, a good middle one is Black Betty.
And
Black Betty has more of a rappy feel to it, and but there's like a little singing if you want to kind of ease your way into singing. Black Betty's a good way to start. Thank you. There's more people. Thank you so much for joining us. This is really cool. And Neil, thank you. Jeff, thank you for the bids. Titanic in 5 seconds. We will sing it. Why was there not a Titanic pinball machine?
Because they made a redemption machine instead. They made a coin out of Titanic where you win and thinks you win coins. It's ridiculous.
That's no good. That's no good. Listen, that would have been good. I would have played that. I would have put my money in that. I guess that was kind of a little late for pinball too. They were putting all their dollars in the non-licensed games, all those fun games from the late 90s. They're all, that's my era. I mean, we don't have to get into pinball because listen, I'm sitting here talking to one of the best in the world. You can have him as your partner for $10 more than this right here. $60. He is your partner, or if you're watching this,
we have a bid of $1,999 in the chat here.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. No $ before that one, but real close, pinball.
So close.
And all this money goes to charity. And also, if you're not in Portland for this event, the money will still go to charity. And Bowen will Bowen will pick his partner. Let's see how he will do. He'll stand outside looking sad in the rain, hopefully, until somebody goes, I don't have a partner. And then Bowen's their partner. And then they go win. And so you can fund that, basically. Actually, there's no funding. 100% of the money goes directly to charity. And Bowen will be your partner if you head out to Portland. And if not, he'll figure this out. He'll, win one-handed? Is that what I'm hearing?
I always win one-handed. Wait, I think I said that.
Hey, for those of you are like, hey, more pinball tips. Playing one-handed was by far the best advice that I've ever gotten that made me a better player, like instantly. Zach Sharp over in Chicago said that's how they learned. They would play one-handed, and that's what taught them the dead flip, and that's what taught them the patience and all that.
It also teaches you all sorts of other nudging areas. Like you learn that you can nudge halfway up the playfield or to the top of the playfield where you would never have thought of that before. The other thing that really changed my attitude towards nudging was finally getting used to play on the late 70s machines and even some electromechanical games from late 60s and early 70s that to really, you see like, oh, the ball went straight down the middle and I couldn't do anything about it. And that turns out to be bullshit, that you can do something about it. You just didn't make up your mind to push the game slightly to the left when the ball was coming all the way up from there.
Yeah, you needed
this past weekend I was in a tournament on Aztec, among other games. I beat the heck out of everybody. That players who were used to playing on modern machines, I'm not saying that everybody was, they were all pretty solid players, that you just get used to waiting for the ball to come to you, or often you're already dead when you're out there. We ran a seminar at Pinburg after Pinburg, and one of the things that came to us while we were saying it between me and Andrei Masnikov is that the area where your flippers are is really the area where you have, where sometimes the ball comes down and it's in a dangerous situation and you decide to just flip it away because you want it out of danger, but you actually put the ball into danger instead by sending it away. It's only when you have it down by your flippers that you really you need to do something about it. Sending the ball flying away is just for trouble. You might get lucky, but you gotta
wait for it. Real quick, Bowen, we Neil, who's been generously
still $50.
It's still it. Yeah. He's also got a question, which I think is fair. It's a good question here. It says, what is your favorite tutorial that you've done so far?
Wow. I think that I was really proud of the Transformers tutorial, but maybe that might not be the best one to call for. But there are a number of tutorials that are on the site by where the very first game turned out to be the winning game. Like probably about 20% of the tutorials are one-off. Like show up, play, boom, done, got it. So my favorite example of that, I think I played like a 3 billion Dracula game or something like that. And
That's your first game?
That was the first game, first attempt. In fact, there were some mechanical problems with the game where if it didn't go well, we're going to just start again. Like the coffin was rejecting some locks and things that made it harder, but still managed to pull off this crazy score. We recently did a video for the wizard modes, as far as we can along wizard modes. So I got like I think 8 out of 12 songs on AC/DC, and we played Simpsons Pinball Party. That will be the next one that's released, and trying to get as far as possible towards that wizard mode that no one can ever get to. And
I've had AC/DC longer than anything, and I still haven't got like the song, the encore. There's no way.
We have a bid of $60.
That is fantastic, folks. I've been waiting here. Wait for it to hit my screen. There it is. There it is. Melissa, for $60. That is amazing. Thank you for proxy bidding that. That is amazing. Melissa, thank you so much.
I'm worried about the cheating aspect of this, but that's okay. Cheating is acceptable in pinball.
Listen, this John guy sounds great, Melissa, but you know, he can stay home. You got a different date. You got a different date to the prom that night. I think he can understand it. The wall of plaques, the wall of the wall of trophies kind of speaks for themselves. And you know, I'm sure this guy is a great guy.
I think it really speaks for itself because it kind of goes further along that way.
That's amazing.
Goes like further along this way, and then it kind of goes further along this way.
Listen, you don't want John to see this stuff.
Further along this way.
Melissa, you don't want John to see that stuff. Thank you. That is so nice.
And then like the fanny pack or something. So really, you know, it kind of stops getting impressive at this point. But for a while, it's pretty cool. And back in the corner there is that ridiculous trophy from Papa 12, which was when they decided to use lawn ornaments instead of trophies.
Holy
that
crap.
Is a 50-pound big piece of metal, and that is the lowest. It's the smallest of the trophies that they gave out. The A Division trophy. The A Division trophy, I think, is now at Ron Schuster's house in rural Pennsylvania.
That's actually a piece.
That was about the only place they could make it get there, and only place where it would look appropriate, probably.
That's I think it's just a symbol of every drain I've ever had right there. That's really where that art comes from. It's the arc of every drain, bro. Dreambow across the screen.
I saw the photo of you holding a championship trophy recently.
Me?
Again.
Me, I won the C division about 4 years ago now. And walked out and drank some Coors Light out of that cup. I hope I'm okay long term. But man, I tell you,
I have used the cup for non-alcoholic purposes. And
I went straight for the beer. I was hoping it would kind of wash things out a little bit. We still
bring your own Slurpee day.
That's right. Now let me make sure we're on the bids here, because this is you are bidding to get Bowen Kearns as your pinball partner at the Pinball Prom this year. It's coming up in just a couple weeks, and our friend of the show, Melissa, comes in and blows it up with a $60 bid for Bowen, and now just below I see a +1. Now, Neil wrote +1. I want to make sure that this isn't a bid. I just want to make sure maybe it's a +1, you know, maybe for one of the comments above. But Neil, is that a +5? Is that a +10? I'm saying I appreciate all the bids. I'm just making sure we're all good. Melissa, might look like you have a date here if we don't see something a little bit more. Aluminum can. If it comes aluminum can, it's fine to drink out of a metal cup. That is good to know. Thank you so much for the bids. This has been very fun. Anonymous, thanks for coming by.
What happened to my mullet? And
yeah,
I just want to make. I will wear the mullet as long as my date wears the pinball on their head.
If they have a pinball mask.
If they have a pinball mask, I will mullet up. My mullet is long gone.
Awesome. Melissa, listen, we're going to give this about 2-3 more minutes just to make sure this all goes to charity. Especially if you're in Portland area for the Pinball Prom coming up, you are bidding to play pinball with none other than the guest today, Bowen Currents, killing it over here, winning up trophies. What a great. Here's the thing. Not only can he play some good pinball, but he's a dang nice guy. I've played my fair share of games with Bowen, and he's not only helping out with all these events, but just a good dude to hang with. Always fun, always a good time. So if you're looking for a date for the Pinball Prom, I mean, I can't think of anybody better. And Melissa's our current highest bidder at $60. Thank you for the dates here. It says it's October 13th. Yeah, and if you're free that day, it's Friday, October 13th. 100% of this money goes to charity. It's the Best Friends Animal Society, and we would love to have your bid. And if in a couple minutes nobody bids, let's make it a 70. Nobody drops a $ and a 70 down here, then Melissa's got what I would consider, it's just me talking personally, one of the hottest dates to pinball ever constructed. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave that at that. You could write that on your resume if you want, Bowen. But I'll consider that a win. Bowen, thanks for the link as well. 100% of this donation is going to that link right there, Best Friends Animal Society. They're doing some great work, and they're also helping out some of the pets and animals down in the hurricanes this year, which have been super great for them, or very helpful for them to do. So Melissa is actually Josh Sharp in drag. Now that is it. Listen, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
I don't think that's true, because the bid would have been increased by $1.
It would have been an extra $1 that went for the I'll stay out of this one. Awesome. Bells, thanks for the writing this down in the chat as well. That helps. And we're gonna give it I'm gonna do my countdown. Now listen, I gotta cross this out here. This is now, how do you turn a 5 into a 6? $60, folks. This is
Whoa.
Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for stopping by. And again, all of this goes to charity. All of this gets you a prom date for the Pinball Prom here, October 13th. Hope to see you there. And if I'm going to look at my clock here, it looks like we have 30 seconds left and no other bids. We're going to be you're going to have a date. You're going to have to get a corsage. Is there? I don't want to say there's a limo involved, but
do I have to wear one? Do I have to wear a buttoneer or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. What could you put there? Just some pinball plastic. I think that'd be a kind of workout. Pinball plastic with a little hook on it. Look pretty dapper. All right, going once, and 1, 2, 3, going twice, and going 3 times. Congrats to Melissa.
Now 7-second delay.
That's right. Will it wait for the delay?
Oh no, we got a bid from Uncle Carney.
That is amazing. Uncle Carney.
To ensure Melissa goes with Bowen.
That is amazing.
Wow.
That is amazing. Uncle Carney. Good to see you, by the way. Thank you so much for that bid. I did do the delay. I'm so glad that you reminded me, Bowen, because we have an extra. I got to get a whole new fresh sheet of paper here.
60 into a 75. This is going to be a little bit more difficult.
listen, I have to. I'm not an expert here. Yeah, that is good.
You play one on TV pretty well.
I'm trying here.
Whoa!
That is it. That's the number to beat, folks. Uncle Carmi, thank you so much for that generous bid. This is the current number. And Uncle, here's the thing. I think everybody gets what they want. I think everybody gets what they want. Oh my gosh, Melissa bids $80. Here's what's great. Melissa goes either way. Melissa's going either way. All this money goes to charity. Yeah, the delay. Yeah, I will wait. I will definitely count it out later. But we're, as it gets ramped up here, it gets a little tougher. So anybody, we're gonna go at 85. Anybody bid 85? And let's see. How do I start two stopwatches?
You count down from 30, but then what?
This is like one of those Lyman timers, I just take as long as I want. It's
9,
8.
My favorite timer is on the game that I'm standing across right now, World Cup Soccer. And when you get to multi-ball restart, the timer counts down from 9. And it's actually a 20-second timer.
I love that timer.
Okay, well, we wanted a 20-second timer, but the graphics on the screen only give us enough room to put one digit over here. So what do we do? We're just going to slow time and count down from 9. Takes 20 seconds with full zero and everything. No,
I've gotten a few of those last minutes. It's actually the game that I have out here right now. We play that thing all the time.
I think Bell's Pinball PDX just bid $100.
Now, no, they're asking. They're asking.
Whoa!
There's a question. Oh my goodness, we got citizens too.
We has bumped Melissa's bid to $100.
I love this.
Apparently.
I love this.
What? Now it's $150.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Melissa is in. I'm doing some rough math here. This is like some car salesman kind of stuff here. Melissa's in. Looks like we got Jeff. And Jeff's in for 20. And it looks like we got Neil. Neil just agreed to pay 50. Now, don't forget, everybody, Melissa is the date. So if everyone's okay with this, we're good. And so we're just going to throw money at the screen. I'm going to throw $20.
This is an instant win. This is not even a
no.
This is not even a countdown at this point.
No, this is like I'm just telling you guys where to send the money right now. I'm gonna add $20 to the pot here. Melissa, you're in at $80. That's a huge win, and you are gonna get Bowen as your partner. Jeff is at 20, and we got 50 from Neil. And all of these are so gracious of you to bid and help. And we got Jeff too, adding more. So
we just hit $200.
Boom. There's over your limit. And everybody wins. Listen, Melissa, you get one of the best pinball players.
All right. Yeah, that was the limit. That was the full money, secret full money number.
That was it.
So off we go.
Well, get more than you asked for here at the auction. Thank you, everybody. That was very fun. And everybody stick around. Make sure you put the what's the best way to pay here, because I want to make sure everybody that's currently here gets the link to send to the right place. And we will.
I just want to say super huge big thanks to Nick for helping with this. It was wonderful for you to jump in and offer to do this and make this just as wonderful as it is.
Hey, man.
I
thank
you the opportunity to raise money for the charity and to get to talk to you, man. We haven't talked in a while, so this worked out doubly.
Hey, I love it. Any chance to chat with Bowen is good, and I'm jealous, Melissa. I'm jealous. Have a great time there. Bowen, anything else these people need to know that want to donate? I'm sure this Best Friends Animal Society will appreciate your donation no matter what time of year.
There's two other things that people should know. One is that the prom itself is Friday night, October 13th at Sea Bar in Portland, Oregon. And yes, I will be there. It's been rumored that I'm not going to be there, but I am. I'll be in town for most of that week. And if you can't be there, but you're interested in donating prizes to the cause so that extra swag can be given away at this or future pinball proms, contact Bells and Chimes PDX, who are the direct organizers. You can contact them on Facebook, or they're in the chat right now if you wanted to express a message to them. But if you see this later, Bells and Chimes PDX for more information, or you can go on Facebook to learn about the Pinball Prom itself and Best Friends Animal Society.
Lovely. Just wanted to thank Melissa for bidding, Jeff, Neil, Uncle Carney, Carmi. I appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it, and it's been fun. Thanks for asking me to do this, Bowen.
Thank you, Nick, and wonderful. Have a great day, everybody.
See you, buddy. Happy pinball.
Yay, best friends.